Hello, Capricorn and Scorpio. This reading was the result of a poll I did on my channel for other signs. So this is either Scorpio with Capricorn in their chart, Capricorn with Scorpio in their chart, Capricorn Scorpio relationship. Let's get to it and see what happens. Six of Wands, okay. Victory, second guessing, Queen of Pentacles. Lovers, I just heard, is this right for me? Some of you could have one foot in, one foot out, ready to walk away from a situation. But I kind of feel like maybe after a conversation, you may decide to. I was hoping angels would say you may decide to rekindle a situation, but I almost feel like with the Five of Swords, you could wind up taking a break or slowing something down. Okay. Ooh, look at that. Ooh, yeah, look at that. Just like, who did I just do? Sagittarius and Scorpio. Five of Wands came out in the exact same position. Ooh, Emperor with the Queen of Pentacles. Four of Swords, Six of Pentacles. Hierophant. Yeah. Five of Swords again. I feel like, unlike Scorpio Sag, you guys are on the same page. I just feel like you have to come together to have a conversation. This reading kind of feels like, hey, to preserve this, let's just go to our separate corners right now. Then when the time is right, we'll meet back in the middle and talk it out. I feel like for you, Capricorn, that's me trying to pick up my tarot cards. My nails, I got to get them done. Okay, so Capricorn, your mind is on your money and your money's on your mind. I do kind of feel like for some of you, you could be healing from a relationship or some sort of argument or breakup, some sort of departure. You are questioning whether or not something is worth your time. And I feel like it is worth your time. You just have to see the value in it. I feel like somebody said something to you sideways, either hurt your feelings or triggered you. And as a result of that, that made you more so focus on your financial independence, your work, your company, what have you. Angels also said too, for some of you, you could have met someone, which is hard for me to believe that Capricorns don't have money, because Capricorns are the hardest working sign of the zodiac. Y'all are the workaholics of the zodiac. And there you are as a Queen of Pentacles. But I kind of feel like for some reason in this particular situation, money, value, time, materialism, attention, all the things that are valuable to you. You could be questioning, second guessing, trying to find balance. Some of you could be, have a partner who's bitching with you because you are a workaholic. You do work too much. Or they may be bitching with you because it's like, oh, you don't go out anymore. We don't do XYZ. We haven't taken a vacation in 4 years. I don't know who that is. Yeah, I kind of feel like a recalibration is necessary here. And I feel like that's within you, Capricorn. You could have been unemployed and just received a new job, and now you're trying to rebalance your finances. And as a result of that, I feel like that's probably really what you're focused on. For some of you, you may have to put love on the back burner until you can balance your finances back out. For some of you, you could have to recalibrate, realign someone's expectations of what your goals are, especially realign someone you are emotionally connected to. You may have to just communicate what your hopes, dreams, and desires are for yourself And then what your hopes, dreams, and desires are for your relationship with this person. Friendship, professional, social, right? Could be any kind of relationship. But I feel like if you're dealing with a Capricorn, they're focused on their financial stability, their money, their goals. And it's only until they get back online financially that they may entertain moving forward in any sort of emotional connection. Ooh, Four of Wands. Yeah. Yeah, that's a house achievement. The strength. Look at that. Yeah, Tower. Wow. Justice. Hermit. Empress. So I got the Emperor and the Empress. And the High Priestess, King of Swords. Yeah. Hmm. Angels just said, Capricorn, if you're dealing with someone who's doing this to you, Capricorn, don't take it personal. If you're dealing with a Capricorn, if you're Capricorn's cross watcher, Scorpio and other signs, don't take Capricorn personal. Okay? Capricorn is ruled by Saturn. Saturn is the taskmaster planet. Saturn is the planet of karma. Okay? So Saturn regulates order and stability. So if Capricorn is feeling unstable in any way, shape, or form, Capricorn needs to stabilize before Capricorn can do anything else. If you're dealing with a Capricorn, please support them in that, right? So as an example, if y'all used to hang out all the time when Capricorn was not working or underemployed, that has to change. So now that Capricorn goes back to work and is working overtime or, working weekends, you're going to have to be understanding of what Capricorn's goals and achievements are. A happy Capricorn is a paid Capricorn, just like Taurus. Okay? I hope that makes sense. Yeah, it's almost like Capricorn wants to be one half of, or 75% of, or 100% of a partner. And it's almost like before they can be that to you, cross watcher of Capricorn, they first need to be that of themselves. You could be dealing with a Capricorn who is working on saving up for a house, maybe trying to sell a house, could also be in real estate. Right now, it kind of feels like their environment is very challenging and they're holding on by the hairs of their chinny chin chin. There could have been some sort of abrupt change to their finances and financial stability. And as a result of that abrupt change, it affected their relationship with you. Or it could have affected Capricorn's social life. I don't see the card here, but I just also got a message that there could also be substance abuse, right? I'm hearing specifically alcohol. So if you're wanting something to work with Capricorn, you're going to have to fall back. Fall back as in give them time and space to rebalance. Angels just said, for those of you who were dealing with a Capricorn and Capricorn ghosted, this is why. Capricorn without money is like a dog with no bark, right? I know it happens. Like there are some dogs who, have disabilities where they can't bark or they have like a very weird bark, but barking to a dog is natural, just like working and money to a Capricorn is natural. And I'm belaboring that issue because this is what Capricorn is dealing with. Okay? So right now someone has ghosted. Someone has reduced or minimized communication. Judgment is the resurrection, right? So They just need space. It'll come back, right? The Empress is bounty, right? Growth, expansion. The Emperor is order. Somebody, again, I'm just repeating myself. Somebody needs to re-regulate. Intuitively, again, you know why they ghosted, because they're focusing on the Knight of Pentacles. It's just repetition from here on out. The King of Swords, the Knight of Swords, and the Star card. This is Aquarius, that's Gemini, and this is Aquarius as well. That's that air energy. Air, is logic, is communication, it's information, it's everything thought in how we signal each other, right? Dolphins and whales signal each other through sonar and those high pitched, I don't know what it's called, but they're songs, if you will. I really do feel like there could be a conversation, and maybe you just need to hear from Capricorn, or Capricorn, maybe you just need to make your intentions known to the person that you're dealing with, so they know to give you that space and slack, so you can go off and restabilize, right? That's what the outcome position kind of means to me, is that there needs to be a conversation as far as what the intent is. Because I do feel like with the Hermit and the Five of Swords, someone could have went radio silent, and the person who went radio silent knows why they went radio silent, but the other person does not. So, Capricorn, if you're dealing with someone and you did ghost, but you still are interested, in other words, it was a justifiable ghost, right? Maybe you felt you dealt with some sort of tragedy, you got an eviction notice, your house is being foreclosed on. You may not need to share what it is you're going through per se, but maybe you do need to communicate and say, hey, I'm dealing with an emergency. At least for right now, I just need some space. Once I'm done, I'll reach back out, but now I need some space. Let's put ghosting to bed. It's time to release negativity. Well, we absolutely do know that someone had to pull back in some way, shape, or form. But I do kind of feel like there is a resurrection that is forthcoming, right? Because the Hierophant represents marriage, commitments. And then you have the Empress there, which is the Divine Mother. I have the Emperor here, which is the Divine Father, Divine Feminine, Divine Masculine, however you want to look at it. And with the Judgment card, kind of says maybe something was moving too fast. Somebody had to pump the brakes. But it does look like there's supposed to be at least another conversation about someone's desires or intentions. So it's time to release negativity. Don't let your pride hold you back. Don't let your pride get in the way. That's a Leo card. The first card is a Scorpio card. And what do you need to release? That's a waxing moon. Yeah. So, yeah. That's confirmation. A new romantic cycle begins. So somebody had to pull back, blow off some steam for whatever reason, right? And if you clicked on this video, it's because you're trying to figure out, okay, are they going to come back around? Okay, are we going to resume this? Okay, are we going to be able to move forward? That was the first card in the spread, the Six of Wands, moving forward victoriously and successfully. That is the question here. The outcome is, after a conversation, making things known, right? Because the Star card comes in right after the Tower to enlighten, to share, to inspire, right? Look, I don't read reversals, I don't. But the Knight of Pentacles in reverse says that something slowed down, but in reverse, it either stopped altogether or it's about to pick back. Yeah, look, it stopped altogether. And again, for those of you who clicked on this video, you're like, hey, is it going to pick back up? Look, yeah, Six of Wands and the Two of Cups. It will. Again, Capricorn, give your person time. Capricorn crosswatcher, give Capricorn time. They'll be back. Love you guys. Don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe. If you like these videos and want to see them in the future, leave me a comment. Love, bye.